Welcome back to Facebook Friday. I'm with Kate Johnson. Welcome, Kate.
Thank you.
Where are you from?
I'm from Valparaiso, Indiana.
So you're an Indiana girl. And what brought you down to Terre Haute?
I got recruited to play soccer here, and I liked it.
Okay. And how old were you when you decided to come here? Was it your senior year, late choice? Were you real young when you were recruited? How did that work?
I was a really early choice. I committed my sophomore year.
Okay. So sophomore year, you knew you were coming to Terre Haute from your sophomore year, junior year, senior year, all the way through?
Yep.
Awesome.
My dad had actually gone here, so
okay.
that kind of helped a little bit with the decision.
Dad's an alum, and
Yep.
you're a junior now?
I'm a sophomore.
But you will be a junior next season when
Yeah.
it starts. Okay, so you've had 2 years down, 2 to go,
Two to
right?
go.
Good. All right, well, James Walters asked, what's your favorite professional soccer team?
My favorite team is Manchester United.
They're loved and hated all across the world, right?
Yep, definitely.
So who's their biggest rival?
Man City.
So Man
Usually.
United versus Man City is the
Yeah.
big rivalry. And who's
Yeah.
better these days?
Man City's been better, but Man U, they got the legacy.
So other big names out there, Liverpool, are they any good anymore?
I don't really keep up on anybody else.
That's your team,
Yeah,
gotcha.
it's my team.
So how does that differ from American soccer? Like that's over in Europe, right?
Yeah, that's the English Premier League, and
Okay.
it's one of the most popular leagues in the entire world. Over here in America, for men's, we have the MLS,
Okay.
and in Europe, they have English Premier, which is also only for men.
Okay, so Major League Soccer, is that MLS?
Yes.
And so Americans can choose to play here in the MLS or go overseas?
Yeah, some of them do go overseas and play in the English Premier League, and then some stay here and play MLS.
Okay. So in basketball, I look at the NBA, and people are coming from all over the world to the U.S. for basketball, but in soccer, a lot of people go over to Europe to play.
Yeah, Europe's definitely the powerhouse for soccer.
And you think soccer's growing here in the U.S.?
Oh, yeah, it's definitely starting to grow. They're starting to try and rebuild the WPS, which would be a women's league.
Here in the U.S.?
Yep, here in the United States. So it's becoming bigger, but it's competing with popular American sports like baseball, football.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and basketball and
And
so on.
basketball
So
and
yeah,
everything.
but soccer is becoming popular here. You see little kids leagues and youth leagues. Did you play in all of that growing up?
Yeah, I've played since I was 4 years old, and I never took a break.
Gotcha. Because most college soccer players, would you agree, play from the time they're young all the way through? Isn't that what you'd say?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I feel like you need to compete at this level.
Mm-hmm.
You really have to get an early start on it because you really have to develop those skills.
Yeah, gotcha. Because it is so technical. Because some sports, like maybe like I'm a track and field guy. Sometimes they don't discover track and field they're good at it till later in their life.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Whether it's speed, strength, but soccer, all the technicality and figuring out are you offense, defense.
Yep, oh, definitely. There's a lot of growing you have to do in the sport.
So you're known as a scorer.
Yeah, I'm a forward.
So a forward. What's your position on the field look like?
Well, I'm a center forward, and we usually play 3 up top.
Okay.
So I'm the one who really holds the ball, and people kind of spring off me, and I try to like play them in, or I turn and try to go myself.
Okay, so you're never on the back end of the field.
No, I cannot go past the other team's defense, otherwise I'd be offsides.
Okay,
Yep.
so if you go past their defense, meaning you can't be past their last defender.
Yeah, cannot be past their last defender.
Okay, and the way I understand offsides, I guess I don't really understand it. On the offensive end, you can't be past the last defender there either, or is that what you meant?
Yeah, that's what I mean. When I'm always pretty much on offense.
Offense only. That's
Yeah.
why you're high up on goals.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
one
yeah.
of
If
the best
I'm
scorers in the valley.
playing defense, I can be wherever I want.
Okay, but on offense, you can't go past their last defender
No.
until the ball is kicked.
Yep.
Yeah, so whenever we're watching the World Cup and we see those flags come up for offsides and you're yelling at the TV trying to figure out why, it's because they're past.
Yep. It's because they were past the last defender. Usually,
Gotcha.
sometimes they're wrong.
My biggest complaint I had about the World Cup was that they don't do instant replay, so it's hard for those officials to see if it's offsides or not. You agree?
I agree. Yeah, they're starting to incorporate more into the goal line technology.
Okay.
Because they've had a lot of issues in the past World Cups with the ball was in the back of the net, but it didn't hit the netting.
Oh, yeah.
So and they called it no goal.
Okay. So
And they
they're,
could've
they're,
won
they're
games.
advancing a little bit. And
Yeah,
making
they're
sure the right
advancing a
call.
little bit more, bringing more technology into the game.
I like that. Well, cool. All right. Well, Callie Moore, she knows you. Says hi, Kate, and they give you a little shout out. But was she your RA?
She was my RA freshman year.
That's Callie. Okay. She says, how much would you say you run during the course of a soccer game? Any clue how much ground you cover?
Well, they say that we run like 3 to 3.5 miles a game on average, but I don't think I run that much.
Maybe a midfielder.
Yeah, a midfielder would definitely be running that much, and an outside defender. But playing up top, I'm basically staying in that same area.
Okay. So for our viewers, a midfielder would be what's their role?
They have to play almost offense and defense. They have to
Okay.
get up into the attack, but also be able to get back and defend.
Okay, so they're covering the whole field.
Yeah.
So they might be the ones that cover 3 to 3.5 miles.
Oh, definitely.
Okay, so they do a lot of conditioning.
Oh,
Soccer,
yeah. We all do
soccer's
a lot of
crazy.
conditioning.
It's interval training all the time, and you guys are in good shape. So, Jared Messman asked, "Who's your funniest teammate, and why is that?"
The funniest teammate I'd have to say is our goalkeeper, Brittany San Roman.
Brittany, she's funny, huh? She cracks jokes, or what'd she do?
She does really crazy stuff sometimes. Like, for example, her and her brother, they always do dares. And over break, her and her brother dared each other to do the Blazing Wing Challenge at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Blazing Wings, so it's like
Blazing Wings.
hottest
You got to
they
eat
have?
the hottest ones. Whoever finishes them first wins. And she lost. So she had to go to a tanning salon and get the darkest spray tan.
So Brittany got really, really dark.
Yeah, well, she's like the most pale complected person on our team, and she went and got the darkest spray tan, showed up for practice on Monday, and
Everyone's looking at her like,
what did you do?
"Where did you go?"
Yep.
Yeah. So she's crazy. She'll try anything and
Oh,
just
no fear.
fun
Zero
person.
fear.
Yeah. Who else on the team's kind of crazy like Brittany?
Man, I mean, the whole team is pretty
You guys are
crazy.
pretty
Actually,
wild,
yeah, I've never been on a team that's like this, and I can honestly say that I don't think there's another team out there that's
Yeah.
like ours.
So practices, you guys know when to be dead on serious and focused, and when to be a little more light. And
Oh,
loose.
yeah, definitely. I mean, coaches even said that there's been days where she'll come out there and she'll just look around at all of us while we're warming up, and she's like, what is happening?
What are we gonna do?
But when we start playing, we always know like it's time to get serious and it's time to like play and take this seriously.
And your results prove that, right?
Yeah, oh,
the last
definitely.
2 years, your first 2 years here. Tell us what you've done.
First 2 years here, my freshman year, we were kind of the underdogs. Nobody expected us to do anything. Had a losing record in regular season, and we went on to play in the championship of the MVC against Illinois State.
Yeah.
And then this past season, we broke numerous records and set numerous new stats for our program. We had our first winning season in program history.
Yep.
I don't even remember exactly everything. There was a lot. We made it to the MVC finals again against Illinois State, and we lost again. But the difference between freshman year and this year was, freshman year we were happy.
Yeah.
We were happy
to
because
be
we were
there,
the
right?
underdogs.
Yeah.
We were there. But this year we were a little ticked. So.
Okay, well that's good. That's fuel for
Yeah.
the future because you're
Definitely.
the best team in school history.
Oh, yeah.
Just finished it up last year. The underdogs all the way through to the final, and next year, good team back.
Good team back.
So that'll be fun to watch. The last question we had was, as a youth player growing up, what is the most important thing to focus on when looking at your soccer career?
I think as a youth player, the most important thing you need to focus on is just keeping the fun in the game.
Having fun with it.
Yeah.
Okay. So not overly strict and not overly developed, just enjoying
just
it.
enjoy playing, because the more you enjoy playing, the more you're going to want to stick with it and go out and develop your skills.
And you'll start to work on the details of it
yeah,
later
you'll
on.
start to work on the details of it, and you'll get to the point where you know that this is something you want to do, and the skills will come along with having fun with it.
And you're still having fun at 20
I
years
love
old,
it.
right?
20 years old, I
Cool.
love it.
Well, thanks for joining us, Kate. We appreciate
you.
it. And thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you next week on Facebook Friday.